there will be more who express this sort of natural sexuality, and that will be part of the movement towards a more balanced and holistic world. Hello, and we say fantastic day to you at this moment of your time. We are the Pretty and Council, and we're very excited to connect with you. In which ways can we be of service to you now?
Right, well, excited too. I have an interesting topic. It's nudity. Why are people so uptight about being naked?
Because you've been conditioned to feel that way about your bodies.
How did this start?
The idea that to see naked bodies would always lead to sexual temptation, and that sexual temptation was something inherently wrong or bad and ought to be controlled.
Given that it can be very liberating for people, what is going on?
The restricted sense that you must hide your body from others is lifted. That belief system and the shame that it imposes on one's system is removed, and one is able to appreciate one's own body and enjoy that freedom.
You've said that you yourselves often don't wear clothes. Is that like in public situations or private situations, or?
In whatever situation we feel, we do not need them. We have different outfits and uniforms for different occasions, for different activities that suit our lives.
But your experience is different from the human experience.
Absolutely. And we also don't necessarily have the same level of sexual attraction to one another. We do engage in sorts of bonding and mating rituals that are highly pleasurable, but it doesn't have that same lustfulness. That energy is not present in us anymore. And so there's no charge around the idea of nudity. We appreciate all beings' beauty. We understand those beings to which we have attraction and those to which we don't.
And is the human attitude unusual among the species that you know about?
Not for beings of your level of vibration.
Huh. So it's fairly standard in certain species.
For this level of evolution, it is. As beings evolve through the fear-based levels of consciousness, the idea of jealousy is often present, and that is another reason why people enforce taboos around nudity.
I presume that some priests got venereal diseases that were very visible, and that they started the whole thing to say everybody must cover themselves up because the priests, the good people, had deformities of some sort.
And that's not necessarily what happened across the board, though. Yes, you're correct in that priests did contract venereal diseases at times.
Coming back to the idea of nudity, there are beaches and places where people can be naked. There's not many of them, but there are some. Do you see a future development that there's going to be more, or how's that going to be in future?
Oh, absolutely, yes. There's a movement towards personal freedom, including sexual freedom, along your entire planet.
At the same time, there are certain religions and certain areas that are going backwards. They're getting more repressive in some countries.
They are reacting to the global trend of moving forwards. And this will always happen, that as there's an expansion in some areas, there will be a contraction in the people who are already more based in fear.
There can be some very suggestive forms of videos, particularly music videos and things like that. This is very much changing the people, I think.
It's encouraging some people to be more driven by sex and use sexuality as a way to attract others for different purposes that are beyond sexual reproduction or mating or courtship. The idea of your sexiness being linked to your worthiness is subliminally suggested in so much of this media, and it causes a increase in consumption of fashion and all sorts of beauty products by those who are influenced by it. And this is absolutely part of the strategy of the elite to bring people to consume more. Those who are driven more by their base pleasures will be those who are more easily spending their resources and expending their energy.
Good citizens defined in a totally new way.
Well, yes, the basis of your world now is all about producing and consuming. And so the idea is that they wish to groom citizens to be good consumers who spend and spend.
When will that change?
When people evolve beyond that level of consciousness, which is being birthed from the idea of love expressed within oneself, and therefore also sexuality being an innate expression of oneself, not so much defined by the external fixations and props, but by one's own inner being. And there will be more who express this sort of natural sexuality, and that will be part of the movement towards a more balanced and holistic world.
What about something that's called the sexualization of children, where children can be encouraged to wear sexy clothing that's completely inappropriate to their age? What's happening there?
It's also part of that drive to get people to consume more, in that if people are sexualized from a very early age, they are more easily brought into that trend.
It can be hard for some people to have a feeling of worth with all this confusion.
That's why we've delivered an entire book about discovering your innate value and tapping into that. Learning that value comes from within you and is not something that you can earn because you fundamentally already have it. It's something that you expand through following your passion and letting love guide you. And when you live in alignment with the vibration of love, you will be reflected your worth in others who are attracted to the love that you bring to the world.
Excellent. Okay, what's the title of that book?
Channeling Your Innate Value.
All right, channeling your innate value. That's great. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thanks to you as well, yes.
On the spaceship of Babel, we are gliding through the stars on a 5-year mission beyond Jupiter and Mars. A celestial encounter on a future Noah's Ark, and you won't hear us coming if you whisper in the dark. There's an Ewok close behind me as we try to disembark here. Obi-Wan Kenobi as we whisper in the dark. Whisper in the dark.